Good morning, everyone. Here's my outfit of the day. This sweater is from Target, I believe. This dress is from Kohl's. It has little flamingos on it. And then these shoes here are from Macy's. I believe I've worn these before. And then I'm wearing my two-tone watch, some Alex Manny bracelets, and this little tiny necklace with my first name initial on it. So I will see you guys soon. Have a great Monday morning. Bye. Good morning, everyone. I am talking to you on the way to work because it's Monday, and I know as soon as I get in my classroom, it's going to be a whirlwind of me trying to get ready. So, today is going to be one of those days for me that's kind of a wash. It's Monday, so it is minimum day for us, which means the kids get out at 1:15, but we're still there, our regular contract hours. But we have library this morning, and that's 30 minutes, and that's pretty much first thing in the morning. Then the kids have to come back and take a test for the first week of Wonders that we did last week. And then they have a math test to take also, which is terrible. We do try and avoid them taking 2 tests in one day, but it just wasn't unavoidable this time. So they're basically taking pictures today. If I didn't say that, they're going to the library at 8:30. They're taking their math test and their language arts test, and then we take pictures today. So we're supposed to take pictures at about 11:10. So by the time all that's done, I'm pretty sure the day will be over, so I don't anticipate being able to teach much. I do have in my plans that if there's time, I'm going to try and squeeze in a writing lesson that I didn't get to last week, but the likelihood of that happening is pretty minimal. So if I get it done, that'll just be the cherry on top. So I'm heading to work. I was a little panicked this morning because I thought I was going to be running late. If you follow me on Instagram, you know I went to Disneyland with my family yesterday, which was fine, but we left later in the evening, like after my bedtime. I try and go to bed by 9:30, and we left probably at 10. But then we got on the freeway, and I don't know if the freeway was shut down, because I think this particular freeway was going to be shut down, or if it was an accident, or if it was a combination of the two. So by the time my sister and I got back to my place, it was after midnight, and I am the type that has to take a shower before I go to bed just to kind of, I don't know, relax. And I just feel like I sleep better when I'm showered, so I had to take a shower and go through all of that. And so by the time I got in the bed, it was 1 o'clock in the morning, and I woke up at 6 o'clock. So waking up this morning was very difficult, and usually when I don't go to the gym in the morning, my routine is kind of thrown off, so I thought I was going to be running late. But it's 7:38 right now, which is kind of pushing it. I have to be at work at 7:45, but I live very close to the school, so I think I'll make it on time. But as I'm telling you this, I'm on the street, and they are doing some kind of construction work on it, which doesn't help matters. So I think I'll make it. Hopefully I'll get a parking spot once I get there, but I just want to check in because I know I won't when I get into my classroom. I think I have a meeting with the RSP teacher after school today, me and my teammates, and so I'm not sure if I'm going to meet or be able to talk to you then. So I hope you all have a great Monday, and I will see you guys in a little while. Hello, everybody. It is 6 o'clock on the dot. Guess where I'm still at? School. I had my team meeting this afternoon, and the RSP teacher joined us. And if I am tech savvy enough, there should be a little clip inserted somewhere in this scene where it's just us meeting, so you can kind of see what that looks like. If I'm not tech savvy enough, there is no little video clip of us meeting there. But we did meet for maybe a little bit over an hour to talk. First, we met as a grade level team to talk about what we were doing with Wonders this week and some decisions that we're going to make in terms of pacing, to see if we can come up with a more realistic pace for ourselves, because right now we're feeling like the way the program is designed, the only way you would get through everything that they have suggested is if you virtually had uninterrupted days. So no bands, no assemblies, no fire drills, no library time, no PE, and that's just not the reality of our life. So we talked about that a little bit, and then Mrs. or Ms. Hood, our RSP teacher, joined us and kind of talked to us about ways that she plans on supporting us this year and ways she would like for us to work together with her. So that's what I did right after school. Right now, I'm in the process of organizing my sub plans. And I think what I'll do is, one of you, I can't remember the name right now, but one of you commented on one of my previous vlogs and said, oh, your room is always so nice and tight and you're always so nice and neat, which I am a fairly neat and organized person, but what I'm showing you in my classroom is usually after I've cleaned up or just before the day has started and I haven't had a chance to make a mess yet. So I'm gonna flip the camera around really quick to just show you what my desk actually looks like at this particular moment. So let me flip it around. So here is my desk currently. So over there is some social studies books that I need to run copies from. My math TE is in there somewhere right there. My Wonders TE is there. There is this massive stack of paper here, a CD case. I think these are the tests that they took today that need to be graded. Some of them are done, some of them are not. This is a stack of paper. These are old forms that I had in a folder that need to be thrown away. So I will probably go ahead and do that right now. This is a stack of papers that I graded and recorded and entered over the weekend, but they now need to be filed in student mailboxes. This is a list of classroom jobs that I still need to type up. This is another math TE, chapter 1. Here's a duty schedule that I need to put away. This is the little notebook where I'm gonna try and put my sub plans in for tomorrow. Here's my sub plans. Isn't this cute? Just a side note. I ordered this from Teachers Pay Teachers, and I think the teacher's name is Amy Grosbeck. So I chose it because it's cute, and quite honestly,
the office will be closing in 5 minutes.
The office is closing in 5 minutes. Quite honestly, one of the reasons why I purchased it is the cover had multicultural teachers. So I saw that and I thought I need to have that, but that's besides the point. So my sub plans are here. I'm gonna file those. Here's another stack of paper that I think I need for tomorrow. And then over here, it's just a whole nother stack of things. So my coffee cup, my pencil pouch, conference papers, another TE, an assessment book, the key to the math test, a calendar that I need to put dates into my teacher planner. So as you can see, as I roll back to my desk, I am not always neat and tidy, but I do make an effort to clean up my room before I leave. Sorry. Before I leave, and really before I leave, because if I do it before I leave, I don't really have to do much when I get in the next morning. So I was hoping to get home a little bit earlier because I do need to cook, and my sister is still in town. And thank you to those of you who made a comment and said that you enjoyed seeing my sister and I together. She's a little character. As you can see, she's not camera shy, and I am lucky. I do have a great relationship with my sister, and I also have a little brother, and we're just as close. And I have 2 parents, and we're all very close, so I do feel very fortunate in that. But I just wanted to check in with you guys. Aside from meeting after school and getting sub plans together, today really was like a wash. We briefly reviewed for the chapter 1 test. I went over some last minute questions. I gave them both tests at the same time, which, like I said, I hate doing. We don't ever want to give the kids 2 tests. No one wants to take 2 tests in one day, but we didn't really have a choice. So I gave them their math test and told them when they finished that, they could start on their language arts test. Some kids are done with both. Some kids are still working on finishing one or both. So I have to leave a note for the sub to have those get done tomorrow. Tomorrow I have a sub. I will be on site, but I will be out of the classroom. We will be meeting with some reps from the district to talk about our experiences with Wonders as of right now that we've had it for about, this is our 4th week of school, but this is really only our 2nd week truly working with it. And so I am gonna go home tonight and kind of think of what my true thoughts are, because when we meet tomorrow, I don't want to just get up there and just complain about the fact that I'm behind or just sound like I'm bickering about it, because some of my issues is just the fact that I'm new to it and it's not the program itself. But So we're gonna meet with some district reps, talk about some of our concerns or questions we have with dealing with Wonders, and hopefully get some planning time. So yeah, I just want to check in with you. I probably won't check in with you anymore after this because I'm gonna go home, cook, hopefully relax, and maybe get to hang out with my sister a little bit. And that's about it. So I will probably see you guys tomorrow. I hope you all had a great Monday and you have a great evening. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Good morning, everyone. Here's my outfit of the day. So today everything I'm wearing are things that I've owned for a while. This sweater is from the Gap. I cannot remember where I got this shirt from, but I've had it for a very long time. These jeans are from Express. These shoes I've had for a while, and they are no name, like they're not a name brand. I got them from a very small shop at the local mall here. I'm wearing this Michael Kors watch with the brown band, and a few Alex and Annie bracelets, and the same necklace that I was wearing yesterday, the one that has my initial on it. So again, I'm wearing jeans today because I am on site but not in the classroom. So I will see you guys a little bit later today. Have a good morning. Hello, somebody just set off the alarm. I don't know why that happened because I know there's other people here. Don't worry, I'm safe. So it is a little after 5. I was in a professional development all day from about 8 to 3. And I just got back to my classroom after school. I met with the teacher leader in 3rd grade because I needed some help with our math website, just making sure that I had my kids loaded into our math website so they have access to resources at home. So my friend Michelle in 3rd grade helped me with that. And then our friend from 1st, Heather, came over and we just chatted for a little while about school stuff and everything. So that's why I'm just now getting back into my classroom. I actually have been here for about 15 minutes. So I've been here since about 10 minutes to 5. But I got back, I read my sub note. For the most part, my kids did okay. There are a couple of kids that I will have to talk to tomorrow because they were not quite on task. Generally speaking, she said the class was fine, but they were a little bit chatty, which is kind of the norm when you have a sub, even though it's still, I just always want to have like a perfect sub note, so it'll be fine. It didn't sound like it was anything major. And I also want to just briefly show you my sub plan. So I mentioned yesterday that I bought a sub plan pack from Teachers Pay Teachers from the teacher named Amy Grosbeck, I think her name was. And so I just kind of want to show that to you so you could see what it looks like if you're interested. In years past, I used to always do my sub plans on PlanBook. So I did all my lesson planning in PlanBook, and then if I had a sub, I would just type very detailed steps in each of the sections of planbook.com. And that cleaning lady accidentally tripped up the alarm. So we're safe, we're sound. I think what I was talking about was sub plan. So anyway, I used to use PlanBook and it was just fine and it was great. And then over the summer, we got a little bit of extra money to start off the school year with. We always get some money, but this year we got just a little bit more. So I had some money to spare. And so I decided to buy this substitute teacher pack because it was just cute. And like I said yesterday, the big selling point was the cover art. The cover art, that's probably gonna happen again. The cover art had a teacher that I felt looked like me, and it had a lot of different options for the teacher. It was multicultural, so when I saw that, I bought it. So anyway, what I like about it is it has a lot of forms that you would just need to use over and over for a sub. So you can type them up, they're nice and cute, you can use them repeatedly. Okay. You can use them repeatedly. And then of course there's a section to put in your lesson plan. So here is what I gave the sub today, and I'm gonna have to be very, very careful. So I gave her this, it's not a notebook, but it's just like a book that has a bunch of sheet protectors in it. And I used to keep my own stuff in it, but I thought this would be great for a sub. So I've had this for a few years. I didn't go out and buy it just for my sub plans. It just worked out that way. So when she came in this morning, she had something that was opened and it looked like this. So I'll show you one thing at a time. So just this part was clipped into the inside so that she could remove it and go through it. So this is just the lesson plan. So this is where I'm physically typing out the time frames for the day, what I want the sub to accomplish for the day, and any special instructions that I need her to know along the way. So those are the lesson plans. And then it also came with this cute little, and I'm gonna cover it up in case there's student names on it, this cute little paper that the sub can fill out at the end of the day. And on it there's this little clip art of a teacher, and it just allows the sub to fill in things like if there were students who went above and beyond, so they displayed exceptional behavior, you can list them there. If there were students that needed several reminders, you can list those students. If there were any assignments you didn't finish, you could list that on this form. And if you had any other comments, they could be listed right there. So that is nice because I do like for the subs to leave me a note so I know exactly what happened. And then I included this extra page in case she felt like she wanted to write more, and she did. Like I said, overall, I think I said with all the alarms going off, I'm not sure what I said. Overall, the class was fine. There were a couple of kids that needed some extra reminders, so I will be giving them another reminder tomorrow. And they were just a little bit chatty, which that's just what's gonna happen when there's a sub for the most part. So she had that, and then she had these kinds of pages, and these are the things that I will probably just leave from sub to sub, because it's things like you pass the cover sheet and you get things like general class information. So I gave her, you know, things like, what is my bathroom policy? What do I want her or him, if it's a male, to do with my classroom library while I'm away? Who's the buddy teacher if a student's missing recess? Who's the administrative assistant or the teacher's helper? And where you can find emergency kits should you need them. So I put that on that page. Classroom procedures kind of goes over my behavior management system, how it works and how to use it. Then it's continued on this page with classroom procedures. I use a ticket system, so it just explains the different tickets I have and what the colors mean. And then I always, if I have some challenging students that I know time and time again they're a challenge, I do list them in here so the sub is prepared and kind of knows and is just able to keep an eye on them. Then the next thing is a page of emergency information. So what to do during a fire drill, an earthquake drill, a lockdown drill. Then there's this page here that has some student names, so I'm gonna cover it, is if I have any students that have special medical needs. Their names are listed here next to this cute little nurse. And the next page is a class list. I don't wanna show you my students, but I'll try and show you what the page looks like. Let's see. So it's just a class list, and then there's another teacher of a different cultural background there. So the class list and a daily schedule. So this page right here, it's very hard to manipulate. This page right here shows, just generally speaking, this is what my days look like. But this page also explains that that is my general schedule, but always follow the sub plans I give. Because sometimes with subs, you may kind of veer off your schedule a little bit. So that's just what that is saying. We don't really refer, I don't know, I'm not really sure what specials are when I hear other teachers say it. I think it's things like art and things like that. We don't really have specials, but there is a page that says special schedule. So what I put on there are things like, when is my weekly library time, so I don't have to type that up every time. When do we have band, our PE days, and I think that's it. And those might be specials. We just don't call them that. We just call them band or PE, and we don't have art, so we don't have anything like that. Then the next part says lesson plans and time fillers. And all I really put here is a note with a list of things that says, if you have a student that says, I'm done, it's just a list of activities to give them so that they're not sitting unoccupied. So I liked it, it's cute. There are a lot of other components to it that I just haven't used yet, and I'm not sure if I will use them. Like there's a whole page on how to use the technology in your class and stuff like that. So I think that worked out well, and I will be talking to my class tomorrow about the subnote. And so aside from that, just to quickly debrief on how I feel about our professional development meeting to go over Wonders today. It was one of those trainings where I actually left feeling better and feeling worse all at the same time. I feel better in the sense that I feel like the message we got from the leaders of this particular professional development was, you know what, allow yourself the time that you need to teach this curriculum effectively. Of course, you don't want to spend 2 months in Unit 1, Week 1, because that's not you teaching effectively. That's you doing something totally different. But just the message was, allow yourself the time you need to teach effectively. Don't feel like you need to be racing against the clock, just all in the name of saying, I got through all units by the end of the year. What we were told by both the publishers of this particular series, and it was reiterated today, so any of you that are using Wonders or are thinking about adopting Wonders, what we were told is, as long as we get through the first 4 units, and there are a total of 6, as long as we get through the first 4 units, we have covered all the standards that the students will be tested on. Units 5 and 6 just act as a review of what you've previously taught. So in my grade level with my team, in my grade level with my team, we were really stressing because we were trying to get through a week or Unit 1, Week 1 in 5 days, because that's how it was projected or shown when you log on to the website ConnectEd, which is the online component to Wonders. And it was hard. It was hard for different reasons. It's hard because we all have different teaching styles. I tend to teach a little bit more slowly because I'm a little bit more thorough about certain things, because I really do like language arts. Mrs. Chu is fast because she's just faster in everything that she does, but she's still really good. I'm not saying she's fast and she's rushing, but she's just able to move things quickly. And so we have different styles, plus we each have different things happening in our class throughout the day. I have library on Monday, she has library on a different day, Mrs. Hassan has library on a different day, and it's just been rough. And so just hearing the message that you need to take the time that you need. Yes, we're gonna meet as a team and come up with some very clear and concrete direction as a team, but there is going to be an element where you as the individual teacher have to make some decisions that are the best decisions for your particular class, and not really worrying about what's happening next door to you. So that made me feel a lot better. Now, the part that I said I feel a little bit worse is it's just the constant struggle of there's just not enough time in the day. So they really want us to use Wonders with, they call, the word we used to hear a lot was fidelity, but now they're using the phrase program integrity, meaning that this program has been designed in a certain way and it has a certain set of components, and we want you to use all of those components. Do not remove things, do not supplement things with anything else. You know, don't teach something using something you've purchased from Teachers Pay Teachers instead of what Wonders has given to you, which is fine. I understand that you want to give a program its full a full chance, and I understand that, but it is hard because there's just not a lot of time in the day. I think they're projecting for us, our language arts block should be about 90 minutes to 2 hours, plus we need an additional 30 minutes of universal access, which is when we have a Title I aide come in, and it's separate from Wonders. Plus we have to teach math, and hopefully we can get some social studies and science in there, and don't forget assemblies, PE, just different things that happen. So that's the part where I say I feel worse, because I'm still not sure how exactly I'm gonna fit everything in the way that they want me to do it. And they can't really provide me any direct answers with that, because they can't. Like, they're not in the classroom with me. They don't know my students. You know, they can only give me some guidelines. But if I had to choose, I feel better as opposed to worse. I just got to figure out how to create more time in the day. So I just wanted to check in and tell you that I am going to try and head home. It is almost 5:30 and my family is currently at my house because my mom is cooking dinner for all of us since my sister is going home tomorrow. So depending on how that goes and how they feel, maybe you'll get to see a little bit more of my family. But if not tonight, I'm sure each of them will pop up at some point during the course of the school year. So you will see them, I'm sure, whether they like it or not. But anyway, I'm not gonna say goodbye because I'm not sure if I'll see you again later, but I will say I will talk to you soon. I need to go because the alarm is going off, but I will see you guys later. Bye. Good morning. Here's my outfit for today. These pants I just saw on I don't know if they were on a clearance rack or they were misplaced in Macy's, but I bought these at Macy's in kind of like the teen section 2 years ago. This black top I'm pretty sure is from Old Navy. This necklace is from Old Navy as well. I'm wearing some shoes you guys have seen before. Those were from Macy's. And this Michael Kors watch, and I'm not wearing any bracelets today because I don't feel like I need it with this outfit. So I'm pretty sure I'll be talking to you guys on the way to work because I have a busy morning. So I will see you in a few minutes. Bye. Okay, so I am on my way to work. I just said goodbye to my sister. My mom will be picking her up in a couple of hours to take her to the airport. So it's always sad when she has to go home, but she is in the process of working on getting her nurse's license for California. She's a nurse in Texas, so she is looking to move back home, so that's good. We did have dinner together last night. I didn't record, obviously, because I just wanted to enjoy time with my family. So my mom made one of our favorite dinners, and we went out for frozen yogurt afterwards, so we had a great evening. I'm trying to get to work a little bit early because I didn't really get a chance to look over what my lessons are for the day after school yesterday because I was meeting with some friends of mine. But I wanted to talk to you on the way to work because I know I'll be busy when I get into my classroom. And one of the things I wanted to say is that I am just so happy that I am documenting this particular school year. Just for the simple fact that I think it's a good depiction of what teaching is like. So I think I've said in a previous vlog that this is my 12th year teaching and my sixth or seventh year teaching 5th grade. So I'm not new in any way, shape, or form. However, I feel like I am new, and I almost feel like more frazzled than I was my first year teaching. So I think it'll just be nice for those of you that out there that are newer teachers or looking to be a teacher to see that when you're in your first year of teaching and you're feeling just out of sorts and unsure of yourself and like you don't necessarily know what you're doing, the veteran teachers at your site could quite possibly and probably are feeling the same way for different reasons. Like every school year has a different personality, for lack of a better term. There have been some school years where it was just a piece of cake for me. Like I had an easy class, like everything just flowed. I felt good about myself for the majority of the time. And then I've had years where it's just been a little bit rougher. Maybe my class was more challenging or the demands were different, which caused me to be a little bit more stressed. And I'm not really sure what this year is going to be, aside from the fact that I think this year I'm going to have to be very comfortable in being uncomfortable, just because we do have this new curriculum that we're trying to tackle. And there are some new things that I am trying to tackle in my classroom because as a teacher, you're always trying to improve yourself. So there are things that I personally have chosen to introduce in my class that are going to be challenging for me to do. So I'm glad that you guys will get to see that, just to have comfort. If you're a new teacher or aspiring teacher, or if you're a current teacher and you're an experienced teacher and you're asking yourself, why am I feeling like I don't know what I'm doing? Well, I'm feeling the same way, so that you don't feel alone. And then also, I just want to talk about the fact that I am just, if you haven't noticed, I am someone that really thrives on structure. I like to have a schedule. I like to know what I'm doing, when I'm doing it, to a certain point. I mean, it's not to the point where I have to eat the same thing on Mondays and the same thing on Tuesdays and so on. But just in terms of being organized when it comes to work, I am pretty structured. And I am completely off my game. So in a perfect world, LaTanya would wake up at 4:30 in the morning, very begrudgingly, to go to the gym. She would be at the gym from 5 to 6. She would come home, get dressed for about 6 to 7:30. She'd be at work from 7:45 to, 4, 5, whatever the case may be. She would leave work with the classroom set up for the next day, feeling good about what she's going to do and how she's going to do it. She'd come home, cook if necessary, walk the dog, do a little bit of grading, and mosey on upstairs at 9 o'clock to read from 9 to 9:30, and then go to bed and repeat the whole process the next day. And I have yet to have a day or a week that really functions that way. So I've been going to bed later than what I'm supposed to. I've been eating dinner much later than what I would like to. On average, I'm eating dinner at like 8 o'clock at night, which is ridiculous. I've been very hit and miss with the gym, which is very frustrating, because the gym to me is one of those things where if you get out of the habit, or if it's too hit and miss for too long, then you stop going. I haven't been able to read, which is something I like to do just to kind of unwind my mind at the end of the day. So I think it's real cute that I thought, not last week, but the week before, I thought that was going to be the week that I just get myself back into the groove, which was why that vlog was titled Getting Into the Groove, or Trying to Get Back in the Groove. I really thought I'd have it together by now, but I don't. And we're going on a month since school started. So it is a little frustrating. So I am going to just get through this week. We have a long weekend coming up because it's Labor Day. So I'm hoping that that will give me a little time to kind of reset and recharge and get some rest. We've gotten some more direction with Wonders and how to use Wonders, so I'm feeling a little bit better about that. So hopefully next week I will start to kind of see myself get back into those routines, knowing that it's not going to be perfect, but just closer to what I would like my typical day to look like. So speaking of being off routines, I am currently in the drive-thru of McDonald's getting an iced coffee, because in addition to being off my routines, I have like no groceries in my house right now. My poor sister, when she came, I had to go buy emergency toilet paper and water because I have no groceries. I'm out of just about everything. And part of it is because I've just been so busy and things have been so hectic that I haven't bothered to go to the store. And honestly, it's the end of the summer and I am broke, and every dollar is looked at very meticulously. And I've just kind of gotten to the point where I've run out of just about everything. So this weekend or tomorrow we get paid, and I will be able to go and replenish all my supplies, and I'm going to have a massive, expensive trip to Target this weekend, as well as the grocery store. So I just wanted to share that with you, just to give you comfort if you're feeling the same way, or if you've ever felt the same way, that you know that you're not alone. So I'm going to get this coffee, and I'm going to go to school. And I'm going to look over my lesson plans just to kind of see what my plan is for the day, and see if what I had intended for today is actually feasible for today, because we do have PE this afternoon, and there's a couple of kids that are still finishing up their math tests and their language arts tests, and the sub did not get through everything I planned for her yesterday. So I will talk to you guys a little bit later today. I hope you have a great morning if I don't talk to you before then, and I will see you later. Bye.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Do you need napkins?
I'm okay. Thanks. You too. Woo! It's so good. If you haven't tried it, sugar-free iced coffee with 2 Splendas is delicious. I would really like to make sure that I am living a balanced life as a teacher, because it is a job that is constant. It is perpetual. You're thinking about it 7 days a week, really 365 days of the year. And there's just times of the year where you're thinking about it a little less intently than others, but you're still thinking about it. So I think what's just been super hard for me these past few weeks, or this first month of school, is that I have not been on that structure or those routines that I like, and I don't just like them because I like a routine. I think all teachers have a certain element in common, and that is being very organized and planned and thriving off of routines and structures. But I think that my routines and structures ultimately make me a better teacher for my students. And so it's just frustrating knowing that things aren't quite running the way I'd like them to. But to be positive, and if I had to pick up some bright spots of the day, it's just the fact that I am done leveling my students. We finished that. We are done. All 32 kids are leveled, and that is a huge weight off my shoulders. And the room mom that I have came in today to help me. She helped me prep some things, and she showed up with a nice iced coffee from Starbucks for me, so that was really sweet of her. You guys might meet her one day because she's quite a character, and I've known her for a few years now because she has an older daughter that went to my school a few years ago. She's really funny. So, but yeah, if you're new to teaching or you're an aspiring teacher, and even if you are an experienced teacher like I am, like this track that I'm on right now is not okay. Yes, of course, I believe that I'm going to leave late a couple of days, a week probably, depending on whether or not I have a meeting or not, or how much work I need to do. But it shouldn't be happening every day, because if it's happening every day, if I'm getting there at 7:45 or 7:30 or some days 7 and still not leaving until 5:30, 6 o'clock, right now I'm driving home and it's 6:43. If that's happening every day on a consistent basis, that's not good for you. And even though it feels like that's what a good teacher would do, or that's what a super committed teacher would do, she would be there all day from sun to sundown, I believe the opposite, that a good teacher takes care of herself. A good teacher knows that, you know, I have to make time for my family, or I have to make time to exercise, or I deserve to have a nice, well-balanced, healthy meal, or, you know, have a 30-minute walk. That is what a good teacher does, and that is what I try to do, because I know if I push myself too hard for too long, I'm useless. I'm useless to myself, and I'm useless to my students. So, with that being said, I'm gonna go home. I was supposed to cook tonight. I was supposed to have some, I think, some type of quesadilla I was supposed to make from Blue Apron, but it's 6:44, and I have a lot that I need to try and get done, and I'm probably not gonna cook, which sounds very contradictory to what I just said, like have a good meal. But right now I'm honestly just in that survival mode, and I just need to get myself to a certain point. And I am hoping that this is the last week where I'm sacrificing things like going to the gym in the morning, eating a good meal, leaving work at a reasonable hour. I hope that this is the last week of me doing that. And if it's not, I got some reevaluating to do. So I'm just about home. I hope that when I put all this together, it makes sense and I'm not just kind of rambling on saying a bunch of nothing. But yeah, I'm gonna go home, light a candle, grade some papers, because for some reason a lit candle makes everything better to me. So I will talk to you guys probably in the morning. I hope you all had a great Wednesday, and I will see you tomorrow for Thursday. Stay positive, everybody. Take care of yourself. And I'll talk to you later. Bye. I decided to make an attempt to try and live a balanced life today. So I am taking my dog out on her walk. I was not going to, but she needs it. I need it. So at least I'm trying. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Good morning. Here's my outfit of the day. This dress I bought from Nordstrom several years ago. This sweater here I believe is from H&M and was also bought several years ago. I'm wearing the same shoes I've worn a few times from DSW. They're just some tan sandals. The same necklace I've worn for a few days here, just the one with my initial on it. My two-toned Michael Kors watch, and some Alex and Annie bracelets. So I will talk to you guys in a little bit. Hello, boys and girls. It is now 6:50 and I am on my way to work. Keep in mind and remember, this is a good example of what not to do. So this is me going to work early during a week where I am not living that balanced life that teachers should strive for. But I am chalking this week up to what I think would be like a hell week for a teacher. You got a lot of little things to do. They have to get done. And you have to sacrifice some things to get them done, like time and life balance, unfortunately. So last night I stayed up a little bit later. I did get the math tests graded that I needed to get graded, so I will be passing those back today. Overall, my class did pretty well. And so since I've started this YouTube channel for my class that has these math tutorial videos on them for lessons that I have known to be the more challenging ones over the years, it will be interesting to see if, just generally speaking, my class performs better on chapter tests. And so far with this first chapter test, they did perform better than my class last year. And it could be due to the videos being there to help them and parents. But it could also just be that they came in with higher math scores, which is true. They were a little bit higher coming in this year than the 5th graders I had coming in last year. So I got the math test graded. I did not get the Wonders weekly assessment graded, but I'm going to work on doing that hopefully in my classroom when I get there, since I'm going to get there a little bit early. I went to bed at 11:30, which is 2 hours later than what I would like to go to bed, and I woke up at 5. So I did not get 7 hours, which is always what my goal is. Like, I do pretty well if I can consistently get 7 hours of sleep. So again, this is what not to do. Do not do this on a regular basis. I do not intend to do this on a regular basis. I'm just doing what I have to do right now to get everything running the way it should be in my classroom. I mean, when I'm going to bed and Jimmy Fallon is on, that's a problem. I have a huge crush on Jimmy Fallon and I love him. He makes me laugh. I record his show every night, but I should be sleeping by the time it comes on. So right now, before I go to work, I'm going to make a quick stop because I need to get some. I don't know where the rest of you live, but I live in Southern California, and it feels like there is always a road or a street that is under construction, and it really burns my bucket when I leave early to go to work early, only to be stopped up with random street construction. Just a little rant. Where I live right now, there is some major street construction going on. Like, they're expanding a freeway, they're not switching streets, but like expanding lanes, and they seem to want to do all of this during the most high traffic times. So just when parents need to drop their kids off to school, and kids are trying to get to school, and teachers are trying to get to school, is like the prime time where they start cutting down lanes and doing all sorts of things. So I'm a little frustrated that I'm having to take this very roundabout way to where I'm trying to go right now. So guess where I am, everybody? That's another example of what not to do. I normally make my own iced coffee. I have pretty much spent a small fortune in iced coffee at McDonald's, it feels like, this past month. But it's because I don't have any groceries, and I just don't have the energy to go to the grocery store after work. But I will take care of that this weekend. So, hello, it is 10:40-ish, and I just want to check in because I am killing it today in teaching. I am though. Like, we're on schedule, like we're getting things done. The kids are being pretty well behaved, more than what they normally are. I'm right on schedule as to what I wanted to accomplish. My mom is here grading papers. Let me show you her. Say hi, Mom. So this is my mom, Loretta. She comes every Thursday to help me with whatever. Like, sometimes it's grading, sometimes it's helping me organize, and she always comes with a little treat. So today, it's a great day because the treat today was a bag of Cheeto Puffs, which is a guilty pleasure of mine. And where's my iced tea? Oh, she brought me this iced tea from Wendy's. So that's my mommy. She's so nice. But it's also a good day because today we have a math lesson that is really tough. We use Go Math, and Go Math, I like the program, but there are some lessons that parents get very frustrated by. So today we are dividing by 2-digit divisors, and it is a lesson where they can only divide using the particular strategy that I show them, and the strategy involves drawing diagrams. So here's an example of what they have to do. So this problem was 180 divided by 15, and they're using base 10 blocks to divide, but obviously when they go home tonight they won't have base 10 blocks. So I'm showing them how to do it, drawing out base 10 blocks. And so far this year, this is my 3rd year teaching the lesson this way. So far this year, this has been the smoothest in terms of teaching it. My only concern is that we do have band today, and the band kids left at about 9:30, and that was right around when I was getting into the meat of teaching how to do it. So they're at recess now. When they come back, I'm probably gonna do a couple more examples to kind of help the band kids out. But this is also a lesson that I created a YouTube video for because I knew it was one of those types of lessons. So I sent out a text reminder to my parents telling them that for sure they want to watch that video tonight because they'll need it. I forewarned my kids that their parents are probably going to be very frustrated and annoyed by this lesson, but recess is over. But I told them they have to do it this way tonight for homework, and just for tonight, because they will see this on a test. It will be on the chapter test and the quiz, and they have to know how to create the diagram plus interpret the diagram. So, but it's going pretty well, so I feel much better. I'm having a good day. I've had a couple rough days, but I'm having a really good day today. So I just want to check in and give the bright spot of my day so far and show you my mom. Say bye.
Bye, everybody.
Look at her, she's so cute. Bye, everybody. See you later. Good morning. Here is my outfit of the day. I have my hand where it is because I'm covering up the name of my school. So it's Friday, so it's Spirit Wear Day at my school, and this is a shirt that we got last year during Teacher Appreciation Week. I believe they were made for us. So it has like a Disneyland theme. It just says the happiest staff on earth, and then it has our school's name. And I'm wearing that with some jeans that I bought from Old Navy a while ago and some red Converse. So it's Jeans Friday. I will talk to you guys soon. Hello everyone. It is now about 4:25ish, just before 4:30. My former 5th grade student, who is now an 8th grade student, just left. She did about an hour and a half of community service for me. So she did a little bit of filing, a little bit of paper stamping, so she just left. And I am happy to report that I had another great day. It was a great day because it was Friday, number one. And number two, I am starting to really feel like my class is getting into the groove of what I expect for them to do. So the hardest part of every new school year is remembering that your last year's class was very organized and functioned well because you had to train them to be that way. So I think we are now getting to the point where they really do understand just how I want them to do things. And when I say do things, I really literally mean do things. Like, how do I want you to move around in the classroom? How do I want you to line up? How do I want you to turn in papers? What do I want you to do as soon as you walk in the morning and you unpack? When I say voices are off, do I really mean voices off? And guess what? I do. But I think they're finally getting there. So we're getting to the point where I can kind of give them some directions and they follow them. So that's good. That's always the part of the beginning of the school year that takes the most effort. What else went well? Last night's math lesson seemed to go well. Like I said yesterday, it's one of the more challenging lessons. I checked homework with them today and they all got it. Like, they all had the right answers. They were able to come up to the board and draw those division diagrams. I got to talk to one of my parents to see if they watched the video last night and if it helped. And she said it was a great help. She did say she had to watch the video a few times, which I'm not surprised by, because I told her that particular lesson yesterday, my colleagues and I, the first year we taught it, we had to look at it a few times. I was totally lost when I first saw it. So she did say watching the video helped. She watched it a few times, but I made her feel better when I said, I don't blame you. And so she said, thank God for YouTube. So that makes me feel good. It makes me feel like that channel really is helping parents. And I have had a couple parents from the other 5th grade classes here come up to me and say thank you. So I'm just glad that it is, it's helping parents. It's doing what I intended for it to do. So that was good. I had a positive conversation with one of my students' moms, and this is a student who is a bit challenging. He's one of those boys that requires a lot of redirection, and I really have to be on all day. And I talked to her earlier, and she was very appreciative of the efforts that I'm making with her son, so that made me feel good. But yeah, I do see the light at the end of the tunnel. I feel like I'm getting to that place where I'm being more of a proactive teacher and not a reactive teacher, because that is really how I've been feeling this past few weeks. Like I'm just reacting to the moment, and I'm not necessarily coming in with like a plan in place and executing that plan. So good day. Here are a couple of issues I have in my classroom right now. I'm a very neat person in my classroom and in general, and I hate having things out, and we just got this giant box of headphones because we have one-to-one Chromebooks, and there are times where we need kids to be on headphones. And we had headphones before, but they were like cheap earbuds or cheap headphones, and some kids brought their own. And just to be on the safe side, my principal chose to order everyone on site these headphones, which are very nice. Like, these are some high quality headphones. They are pretty big, but I have nowhere to put them. I am running out of space to store things, so those are sitting on a desk right now, and I literally don't know where those are gonna go. So I have to figure that out. And then I also have these books here that I'm taking a look at to see if I can actually use some of these for guided reading. I'm actually probably gonna take some of these back because I don't think they're gonna work for what I wanna do in the very beginning. But that is what I need to take care of before I leave. I need to put those books back, and I need to figure out what I'm gonna do with those headphones. And I might not even figure that out today. I might leave that to next week or tomorrow, because I'll actually come in here tomorrow, because I do have a cleaning lady. She comes to clean my place on Saturday mornings, and I usually come here and do work while she's doing that because I live close by. And it's just awkward watching the cleaning lady clean your house. So I might actually leave that to do tomorrow. But yeah, I just completed the 4th week of the school year. I am just now getting to the place where I feel like I got it down. This week has been pretty hectic. I think I spent a total of 5 to 6 hours in a meeting of some sort, and I think that's one of the reasons why I feel extra tired this week, and I just kind of feel off my game. Plus my sister was here, so I was kind of off that way. So I really think next week I'm gonna be back on track. So I just wanted to check in, tell you that I had another great day. Wrap up the 4th week of school. We're already a month down, and I have a long Labor Day weekend, but I do think I'm gonna do some work over the weekend because it just needs to be done. So I don't think I have anything else to say. I hope you all have a great weekend if I don't check in anymore for the day. And thank you so far to everyone who has made a positive comment on one of my vlogs or just had something nice to say. It has been really encouraging. I wasn't really going to restart this channel because I thought I don't really know that I have anything to offer, because there's a lot of teachers out there that vlog, but so far the response has been really positive, and I've had fun doing it, so I appreciate it. So I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will talk to you on Tuesday, week 5. Hey, she just got her hair did too.
Twins with that color.
Get in there. Sister! Sister! We'll see you guys later. Bye.